Greetings, Social Work 382. This is Dr. Eteen. I hope you're all doing well this week. I enjoyed reading your responses to the article review process and thought I would share a few thoughts with you. It may have been the nature of the question that people were responding in ways that they were not clear on things, but I thought I would try to provide a little more clarity as best I can via this medium in terms of the various component pieces of research articles and how and why they appear the way they do. I would say that one of the pieces that you discovered is that using headings, labeling things does help. And so that's why in your proposal you'll be using headings and labelings and making things explicitly clear where they are. It is not uncommon in a published research article for the literature review to be greatly reduced in size from what you're going to be turning in. And part of that is the nature of space. That a literature review, while important, it sets the framework for much research. In a published article is not going to be this unless it's a meta-analysis or some other piece that's really looking at that literature. So it doesn't surprise me that that's the piece that you may have struggled with in terms of how do I find or how do I connect to. The other pieces, the nature of the problem, the research questions, those pieces, it does not also surprise me that in some ways they would seem to be overlaps or linkages, because they should be. They're all related. However, the nature of the problem, for example, sets you up to understand why would I even bother to care about this article. The nature of the research question, is really trying to begin to narrow that down to what specifically am I going to look at in this specific research. Hypotheses are even more specific. They state the nature of the relationship you're going to find. That funneling down, coming down to clarity, is the nature of what a research article and a research proposal is doing. Research can't answer every question. And some of you, I think early on in this course, were certainly asking really big questions that almost had an infinite number of answers and would be virtually impossible to conduct a research study on. My hope is that we are beginning to narrow down, and you'll see the value of that as you look at the research article. Think about that piece of it in terms of how is this a funnel, how is this narrowing down. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Feedback for your first paper should be coming up soon. We're working on a few technical glitches, but hopefully by today or early next week, you should get feedback on that. Point of logistical clarification, just so you know, I will be out of the country starting on September 22nd for about 10 days. I do not know what my internet connectivity will be, so do not be surprised if responses take a little longer than what you might have become accustomed to. So I will be checking in as best I can, but know that there's a little bit of delay time. Do know that Jennifer will continue to score your tests or papers, give you feedback, and monitor that process. So you will continue to get feedback as we go through the process. Have a great week. I look forward to continuing to read your posts. Bye-bye.